I'm Davie.
I'm Misty.
DMWATS.
Unscripted.
Unedited.
Unapologetic.
Let's get it. What's going on, everybody? I am Davie.
I'm Misty.
And welcome to another episode of DMWATS podcast, guys. So our day has been like this. Dog.
Bath dog.
Bath dog. It started off with bath dog. We gave our service
Not bad
dog.
Now, wait a minute. Your day started. Okay. Your day started.
Not bad dog. I said bath dog.
No, I understand that. But you got up. We looked at each other. Where is she? Okay. She's still asleep. Cool. She slept through the night. Awesome. You gonna take her out? Yes. Cool. Davie takes her out. I'm just trying to make coffee. She comes back in. He goes to the bathroom. I'm trying to make coffee. And trying to come inside, she poops on the kitchen rug where I was trying to make coffee.
That. Yeah.
So now before I've had coffee, I'm picking up poop.
Yeah.
And then something else happened. And I looked at you and I said, I just want my coffee.
Yeah. Yep.
That's all.
Yep.
And then we thought we had a 1 o'clock appointment. And at 9:45, we found out it was a 10 o'clock appointment.
We both got reminders on the phone. I was like,
this is after we've now given her a bath.
Yes.
So by 9:30, by 8:30, she was in the bath. And yes, it took that long because she is that big and she has hair, not fur.
Yeah.
And we're both learning that.
Yes.
So then we had to take a hair dryer to her.
But I will say that was interesting, right?
Yeah, because she didn't even care.
Yeah.
She really did not care.
Mm-hmm.
For a dog, she didn't care.
Mm-mm.
And I loved it. It was so great. So we spent an hour with her in the bathroom, which was like a sweat box.
Because
we
had to have the heater up.
The heater. Oh my God. So, but we had to make sure because it's so cold outside that she was dry.
Yeah.
And, still did it quicker than the groomers.
Oh, that's true. And she still smelled good.
Yeah. And then that's when we were like, okay, 10-minute break. I was going to get in the shower and, just be about my day. Ding, ding on the phone.
Yeah.
You have a guest arriving in 10 minutes. What? No. See, I haven't even gotten in the shower. No, so you don't understand. I have dog shower all over me and I have vacuuming to do and dishes to hide.
Yeah. And so I can say this. It was interesting. To say the least, was it not? It was interesting.
I'm so freaking tired. And maybe that's what it is. I'm just like,
Yeah, it's been a day. And but we're here.
I'm not complaining. It was still a good day.
Well, it's still a good day, but it was just a lot of stuff. And so welcome, DMWATS Podcast. Crypto.com is where you guys can find us also our NFTs under Misty. Check them out. There's some very good ones on there. DMWATSpodcast.com. Also, all the streaming services, Doge, AMC, Shiba. It's not up there in Saitama. So that's the things that we are taking a look at. And as you guys can see, our dog Nisa is still up there too.
Nisa.
Our dog Nisa is still up there.
She's learning her name though.
She is learning her name, so that's a plus. You know what I mean? And I gotta say, she's so gentle and so at the same time, she's like a big fluff ball.
She is. She's a cloud hound.
Yeah, and I'm
just worried that she thinks her name is Nisa. No, and not just Nisa, because it's usually followed by Nisa no or Nisa at.
Yep. So if we didn't say at, then it's not followed by after her name. And she's like, I don't know this is that. They're not calling me. They're talking to the other dog. Yeah. So, but yeah, we will say it has been a interesting time, but we wouldn't trade it for the world.
No,
we would not trade it for a world because there's pictures of me. Especially I carry her around like a toddler. Carry her around like a toddler. But no. This is our last episode of the week, guys. You guys know what it is. So we're going to get right into it. Hopefully yesterday our episode didn't make a lot of people mad, but you know what to find us if it did. And that's what I say. You know what to find us if it did. Trust me, we got plenty of responses that we just waiting to do. All right, let's see what we got here. Okay. Oh, what language do you love to listen to, but don't speak or understand?
Wow.
That's a good one.
I love French.
Mm-hmm.
I do love
now what is it about French that you love?
It seems to be so I don't know. It just like rolls off the tongue and is just so gentle. It sounds gentle.
Yeah.
French to me is what, if I had to attribute it to handwriting, it would be cursive. Like that's how in my head it sounds. Like if I put emotion to it,
Yeah.
it's like writing in cursive.
So, I always thought French language sounded like stuck up. Yeah, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, but I took French in high school.
Hey,
And
beautiful.
Excuse me, it used to make me chuckle a lot because I could never sound it out because I would laugh at myself
Really?
while I'm speaking and like, Je m'appelle Davie. What?
Well, I guess when you're bobbing your head and doing that.
I did every time I spoke it because the teacher would call on each one of us.
Kind of loses something.
Yeah, every time the teacher would call upon us, when I would, my teacher would be like, okay, Davey, you can stop because I would always do this as I'm talking. As I'm talking, I'm like, Je m'appelle Davie, comment t'appelles tu? And I'd sit there and do this, and she's like, that's not a thing.
It's not.
She's like,
it's not a thing.
My teacher, she was fluent in French. And she's like, they don't do that. I'm like, yeah, they do. She's like, no, they don't. I'm like, well, they should, because I think it goes with it. So
that's fine.
And sometimes you don't know if, in my opinion, like there's certain parts of the French language that you don't know if you getting cursed out or they're just like, eh. Like, I mean, seriously, like, there's you're like, hey, come see, come saw. It's mean like, eh, it's all right. It's not bad, but it ain't great.
Yeah.
Either, right? Come see, come saw. I didn't know what that means. But my teacher would always say, come see, come saw. You would have, she started talking to us in French and you had to,
of course, yeah.
Understand. So how, but you know, if she's like, I'm like, okay, how was my assignment? How did I do? She's like, come see, come saw. I'm like, look, that's not what, first of all, I only appreciate how you talking about my assignments was just like iffy, like whatever you could have passed.
You were that guy, weren't you?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
This is America.
Yeah.
Teach me in English in my French class.
Like you ain't gonna put that on my report card. Come see, come saw. That's not what it's gonna say. I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, that's how I felt about.
Wow.
Yeah, but I actually enjoyed it too. I took French 1 and French 2. So because
Really?
yeah, and I remember me and you talked. I was like, what I liked about it is that the French language just builds upon what you learn. Is just, you know what I mean? And then you were like, well, that's the way they all are. They just build on top. I was like, wait, what?
I was like, maybe I'm missing the point.
Yeah, you
but
were like,
isn't
oh, they
that
all-
all language?
I was
Like,
like,
you
wait.
learn the alphabet first, then you go through the vowels.
We never learned the alphabet. And no,
Really?
no, I don't remember learning the alphabet in French at all, whatsoever. But I mean, I guess it was. I mean, if you ever listen to like French people talk, like it is like they're insulting me, but it's just like I can't help but laugh because you know, obviously France and America is a rocky.
Well, I love listening to like Parisian music.
Mhm.
I really do. I especially love punk rock, French punk rock.
So
Parisian punk rock.
which one can you not stand language wise, like, or even from a music perspective?
Oh, just one that I cannot stand.
Mm-hmm. One that is just like nails on the chalkboard to listen to.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
that's good. Well, I guess it I don't like languages where they're just naturally speaking, but it sounds like yelling.
Okay.
And to me, that's like Vietnamese.
Really?
Yeah. To me, it just sounds like they're yelling at each other. That really does. Like, I remember when I was a little girl, when we moved to California, North California, and it was the first time I'd heard that language in person.
Yeah.
And I got tears in my eyes and I looked at my dad and I go, why is he yelling at that man? And he started busting out laughing. He's like, baby, he's not. That's just how
his
they
language.
speak.
Yeah.
He said all the emphasis. They really put emphasis on
this
each word.
the
And
Vietnamese? You said?
I think it was Vietnamese.
Yeah. I think mine would have to be Arabic.
Oh, well,
Arabic
yeah, but
is-
that's because you had to listen to the
Yeah.
prayers.
And so
Not that that's not a beautiful
that that's
thing,
not-
because
yeah.
that's not what we're saying.
that's not what we're
It's
saying.
just he had to hear
Yeah,
it so
so
much.
you hear it so much, and then the music, at least in my opinion, sounded like the
Yeah.
prayers too. Like, you know what I mean? So like the tones that they were using their music, and then like, you know, because what I hate is when, you know, our country puts out a movie about, you know, another country, or a movie that's starring somebody from another country,
Yeah.
you know, in the role, a stereotypical role, of that person's, lineage.
Right.
So it's like they'll be out, like, let's say, just for instance, you have an Arabic guy playing an Arabic guy, you know what I mean? And they'll have
big stretch. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, boy, spoiler alert, you know what I mean? So, and in Saudi Arabia. So, and then but then they'll have the type of music that they're listening to, but then they won't portray them the right way. Like, hey, not all of our music is like that.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Absolutely not.
And so that's what I don't like. Or but don't get me wrong, other countries do it too. They portray us as stuck up, know-it-all, overweight overalls, know-it-alls.
I don't think they portray us as stuck up though. I think they portray us as hicks. As rednecks who don't know anything. I really like I that's how I would think they would. Not that I've ever watched a foreign movie where they were portraying Americans.
Mm-hmm.
Usually they just get the American to do it.
Yeah, well, that's true too. So I mean, like Asian music. Okay. No, I say Asian. That's I should narrow that down. So I should say like Japanese music. It's kind of it's different because like they latch on just like Koreans. They latch on to a lot of
K-pop.
Right. They latch on to a lot of American music and they come up with their own. So like K-pop, the Japanese had, I can't remember the name, but when I was over in Japan, a lot of their music was kids bop, not kids bop, but boy bands stuff.
Oh, well,
yeah. Their own stuff. Like you go over there and they are jamming the Elvis still. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Their karaoke is still Elvis. Their karaoke is in sync. You're like, that was like 20 years ago. What are you listening to? That's like, but they still get out as if like, yeah. But I mean, as far as in the languages go, I believe that one it can just be a lit. And I guess the Arabic one, it just be a bit much.
It can be. Well, but I kind of, this is so awful. So we weren't allowed to when I say not allowed, it just wasn't. Dad didn't want us to know Portuguese, but
really,
like
I've never heard
my
Portuguese
uncles,
music though.
And aunts would pick up different, of course, because my grandmother spoke it, so of course they knew the language. But like half of my uncles were from Hawaii, so they were Hawaiian Portuguese.
Okay, and
we were Azorian Portuguese, so it was like I would hear Portuguese mixed with English mixed with Hawaiian.
Really? Now that sounds.
So it was very.
Because I was just about to say I love Hawaiian music.
Oh, you know what I mean? So it was all Hawaiian music. Really? I mean, Portuguese music, at least back then, what they played for me, because they were so much older than me, was more of like the folk music, or actually Carmen Miranda was Portuguese. She was Brazilian Portuguese, but like, everybody go around singing Mama Chapeta. And it was like, what? And so, but the language itself, like Azorian Portuguese, it sounds like Italian mixed with Russian. So it's like, it starts to be beautiful and then it goes very harsh.
Really?
Just like the people.
Well, yeah.
I can be very beautiful and very harsh all in one sentence.
Really? Okay, so what would you say is your favorite in the different languages then?
My favorite.
Like as far as the one that you like from a different language, music. Well, favorite, not favorite song, but favorite type.
Well, I guess I guess it is French. It's weird.
Really?
Yeah.
And I've never heard French music before. So
well, when I paint, I listen to French music. I listen to Parisian music. I'm very I love that coffee house kind of blues, jazz, French music.
And I think for a while with me, it was Hawaiian.
Oh yeah.
You remember it was,
but
that's not even Hawaiian. I think about Bob Marley. No way, he is not Hawaiian. He's Jamaican. Ain't he?
Yeah, reggae is not.
Okay, yeah. No.
Island. No, well, no, it's a different island.
Okay, see,
so it's different.
Yeah. See,
so you like reggae? I love reggae.
Yeah.
And it's probably because I grew up with my uncles and my dad playing ukulele.
Yeah.
Like and singing that music, that island chill out music. So
it just makes you want, like, I feel like when you listen to it, you want to close your eyes and you wake up and you should be on an island somewhere with palm trees and pineapples, you know what I'm saying, pina colada or something like that, and you drink, and then you're like, wait a minute, I'm still in this cold ass city. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it reminds me of when we were jamming to Bob Marley outside and you were grilling, and our dog Scar decided that he wanted to sing Bob Marley.
Was the song?
And he did.
What was the song? I can't remember the song. Maybe we'll see if we can attach it to the end of the video.
It was great.
But it was hilarious.
Harmonica.
Yeah.
And he was just
he was jamming.
It was so cute. But I mean, what is a language that you would love to learn?
I mean, wow, it's a toss-up though. Because I did like French.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, because I liked it because it's the first one I understood.
Right.
A different language. You know, but I had always wanted to learn Japanese while I was over there. You know what I mean? Because I was in Japan, I was like, hey, you know, when in Rome.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but I think honestly, what I would really like to learn is Russian. I would really love to learn.
I think Russian would be fun.
Language. It would be fun.
And I think I should learn Russian so I can learn Portuguese, because I feel like that's one and the same.
Yeah.
I really do. If you hear, it's just crazy. And I think Russian is a beautiful language. It's a very old language. Yeah. To me, when I hear Russian, it just sounds old.
It does. It does. So like our son speaks German pretty well. He can understand German pretty well. So when he be talking, I'm like, I don't know what the hell you talked about.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean, but it's that one he has down pat. I only say
that's a hard talk about a harsh language.
Yeah, it is.
German is harsh.
It consistently sound like you being cursed out, does it not?
Yeah.
No matter, and they just ask you for directions. You know, like it's like, bro, who you talking to, bro? Like I don't you know what I'm saying? Like
we were playing the other night of
999. Yeah. And we're like, it sounds angry. You're right. It's an angry language. It
sounds angry.
Yeah. But I also feel like it'd be great to learn a language that like we're unfamiliar with. Like, you know what I'm saying, that hasn't been discovered yet. You know what I'm saying? Like in them African tribes, different tribal languages that just hasn't been discovered yet. Or, you know, there are people, civilizations of people who to the world haven't even been discovered to the world yet.
Yeah,
they still live in remote areas that don't even realize what's going on in the world. And
honestly, talk about a beautiful language. When we ran our bar, we had a huge population of Kenyans. And their language, oh my God, it was so happy. It was just always when they would talk, it was just so happy and it sounded happy. And it was so cool to listen to them, and they would sit there and try to teach me words, and I've forgotten them all.
Really?
Yeah, but it was just happy and loving and welcoming. And maybe it was just the way they said it, but it was cool.
And those guys were cool though.
Yeah, they were all cool. Happy and loving. And
is there a Nigerian language? I don't know. Like, is that a thing?
I have no idea. If you know, let us know.
Let us know. Yeah.
podcast@gmail.com.
Yeah,
we'd love to hear the language you love.
Exactly. And I only say that because our ancestry that I did, right? You know, I mean, and it keeps going up. Seems like every month as far as the percentage of Nigerian.
You just keep getting more and more.
It's like, hey, bro, if you thought it was anything else, you're wrong. You are Nigerian. I think I'm at 42% or something Nigerian now.
I'll never forget when you got it and you were looking at it and you go, babe, and I go, what? He goes, I'm black. Yeah, honey. Congratulations.
I didn't say that.
Oh, I didn't mean it like that. I was like, okay.
Yeah, this is like, hey, there's no denying that now. Because
I'll never forget that.
You remember that?
It's like
I didn't know it was something else. Like, so what?
Okay,
when did this
happen?
happen?
Doctor, I got a question.
Yeah, exactly. Oh God, because it did. I looked so shocked because I looked down.
So shocked. It was like, I'm black.
Yeah, it was like Nigerian. It was like 29% or 25% Nigerian. That was the most I had, right? Nigerian.
Yeah.
And then the other one I believe was like Congo, Bantu, or something like that. And it had a few other ones on there or whatever. What was your biggest one in your ancestry?
Well, it's gone up since then.
So to what?
It's like Welsh or Scottish or something like that. Yeah, I'd have to look at it. It's like
not
European. And it shocked me because it went up. My Portuguese went up a little bit more. And then Spanish. I was like, what?
Well, that's different. And we were just weren't we just having a conversation about the Scottish, how they go hard in the paint for theirs? Like, look,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, I ain't saying Americans don't fight for their country. The Americans ain't down for their country.
Scots are.
But I'm here to tell you right now, the Scottish, man, them dudes. I'm gonna tell you right now, what was the baby we was talking about? How they used to come to war in kilts.
Yeah,
and like, bro, it don't matter. That armor, keep your armor. When they're fighting the what was it, the
British?
The British?
I think. My 6th grade social studies teacher would demonstrate, like, she would sit there and play bagpipes and lower the lights and make us imagine fog coming over a mountain.
Really?
You know,
and that's all you hear.
Yeah, and then you hear these eerie bagpipes cutting through the fog and this green pasture.
Wow.
And then out of the fog, you just hear and people running at you in kilts. And I was like, nah!
Yeah, yeah. And so,
and that was before Braveheart. Okay. She had already acted that out for us.
Yeah. Now I do have a question. Like, Scotland, do they just have a heavy accent, or do they actually have a language?
A rogue.
Okay.
No, they have it.
So it's English, but it's just a heavy accent, or what?
No. They have their own. It's I think it's Celtic language. Really? I don't know if that's right. Again. But no, they have their own language. And you will not even when they're speaking English, a true person from Scotland, if they let themselves go, just with their regular accent, you still need subtitles. They're right in front of you. And you're like, can I have a cue card? Can you tell me what you're talking about? I don't know what a stone is.
Okay, so have you heard Scottish music? Or that's the one with the bagpipes? Or
yeah.
Okay.
Traditional music.
Yeah, and I
don't think I've heard any like pop.
Yeah, and like unfortunately, as far as Scottish music, when you talk about bagpipes and stuff like that, the only thing I can relate that to is Amazing Grace, because that's always the ones that they play at the funerals and stuff like that. Yeah. And so, what did yours say on it, baby?
Well, so my biggest one, now it says not found. That's great. England and Northwestern Europe, and then Portugal.
Yeah. So.
And then Scottish.
Yeah.
So you ain't English then.
Yeah. So.
Sorry, it's an old Doctor Who joke.
Yep. And I just had a great idea for a new topic.
Oh, good.
DNA. I think did we do that one?
No, we haven't done that one.
Yeah, do that one too.
That's really interesting.
It is. It actually
way more interesting than language.
Yeah.
As you can tell, because we've gravitated.
Yeah, we've gravitated. Yeah. So, but that's all right though. No, seriously. Hey, so what language would you guys like to learn with music?
This is new. Hold on, I gotta go back.
Okay, go ahead.
This is new though. 7% French.
French. We just went over this.
And Irish 2%.
There we go.
Oh my God.
So
Aaron go braless. That's what I'm doing.
And there you go.
Did you get it? Aaron go bra. Aaron go braless.
That is, okay. All right.
When you have to explain it, it's no longer funny.
Yeah, I'm sorry. When I hit in, then you'll be like, okay, what I was saying was, I'm like, oh, yeah. I'm
Irish.
I'm sorry. I don't know what to say. I love her, guys. But
thank God someone does.
Yeah, no, of course. But seriously, guys, what music or language do you like? Would you like to learn, or which one do you hate? We clearly have quite a few. You know what I mean? And clearly, French is the consensus.
Yeah.
Either you love it or you hate it. But
true.
You know what I mean? But either way, and I have to say I love it now because I married a French woman. So
now we know why I was craving croissants.
Yeah, there it is. It's right there.
A croissant.
Yeah. But hey, we can talk about that one. So y'all check us out at DMWATSpodcast.com. Check out our NFTs at crypto.com, guys. You guys can find us at all the streaming services. Make sure you look it up. It's DMWATSpodcast.com. Come to find out, there are other DMWATS podcasts that just don't have ours.
Yeah, but they have a double T. We only have one.
We only have one, so keep that in mind. Yeah, DMWATS podcast, all the streaming services, those AMC, Sheba and Saitama. We about it. She is upstairs. We are looking for our puppy.
We gotta go.
Yep, we gotta get out of here. Nisa says bye. Signing off for DMWATS podcast. I am Davie.
I'm Misti.
And we'll catch you guys in a couple of days. Y'all have a good weekend. A lot of running upstairs, so we are gonna head upstairs